Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another great video by Falto. Today I'll be talking about how the next gen Switch could play games in 4K, and how it would achieve that is basically it would use something called DLSS, and that's it. That was the entire video in like 5 seconds, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Nah, I'm just kidding, the video's not over yet. Now you probably want to know what DLSS actually is. So if you already know what it is, there should be a timestamp about now, or you can check the description below for it. But if you don't know what it is, I'll just take a quick brief moment to just tell you what it is. Basically, DLSS is short for Deep Learning Super Sampling, and it uses AI to smartly upscale the resolution of a game. So what the outcome basically is your GPU, it will render an image at 1080p. But on your screen, you'll see it in 4K, and it's gonna look like as if it's close to native 4K. And this actually works, yeah. And I mean, look, back when it came out, it was kind of a meme, but like now that it's been out for a while, many games are supporting it, and like you can tell that like, wow, this is actually serious. So what does this mean for the next Nintendo Switch? Well, basically Nvidia and Nintendo, they just have to make hardware which is portable and can run games at 1080p very well. Then they can just use the tensor cores found on the GPU, which will do DLSS on the 1080p image and make it in 4K. However, there are a few caveats. Number one is that DLSS is not like free. By free, I mean like in terms of performance. Like it does use some performance, but like it's nowhere near as if you're running in native 4K. Number two is that some games may not be able to go all the way up to 4K if they're too intensive in 1080p already. So basically, they might go all the way up to 1440p, which is not a big deal because some of the 4K games aren't running in 4K actually on the next gen consoles. So I mean, so if a few games run at 1440p on a console which is meant to be a handheld, I think that's pretty impressive itself. The last and third caveat is that when they do come out with this new Switch with DLSS on it, it's not like, okay, now all games run at 1440p or 4K. No. Basically, the game devs, they have to like actually enable this in their own game and, you know, like optimize it for it. Which means that some game devs may not do that because they're lazy. So, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that, but I think that many games, if this turns out to be true, will support it because 4K is like a marketing buzzword, and I'm sure 4K Nintendo Switch will sell, you know, very well. Now you might be like, well, where are my sources, or where's the evidence for this? Okay, I'll have sources down below, and the evidence is that basically Nvidia back in the summer of this year, they had a job posting asking for people who are interested in working on DLSS on consoles. Now currently the only console with Nvidia hardware is Nintendo, while the Xbox and PlayStation, they all have AMD hardware. So when they say that DLSS for consoles, they mean for the Switch. Like, there's no other console that they could be talking about. They're not making another Shield because that failed badly. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is for the Switch. So yeah, there you had it. That was how I think games could run in 4K on the next Nintendo Switch. Let me know what you guys think of this, and yeah, and we can, you know, have a conversation, you know. Before I get going, I just would like to talk about one thing. If you guys remember last video, I said that I'm working on a big Nintendo Switch video, and while I decided to cancel that video and just release it in chunks, like this video. This video is part of that ambitious video that I was talking about, but I had to cancel that because of time. So yeah, so I'll probably like you know, show you guys what I was gonna talk about that, except in a few different videos instead of one giant video.